For a very long time, the way people accessed and thought about care at the doctor's office was, well, when it works for the doctor, I'll make an appointment and I'll come in. And it was really provider-centered. That we need to engage patients much more directly. And we need to meet them where they are. That's the patient-centered part of it, figuring out what the patient needs and then providing that.
Dorchester House is an organization that provides a complexity of services. It has a comprehensive community health center and combines that with social services. Dorchester House has been around since 1887.
I've been coming to Dorchester House since I was 8 years old, so it's been 20 years. Wow, it's been a long time. My whole family started to go into Dorchester House in 1992, and we've been patients there since then.
For us, the concept of healthcare doesn't begin and end in the examining room. We'll offer legal assistance services, nutritional services. We have eye care, we have dental care, we have family planning, we have radiology and pharmacy, we have a teen center, we have all kinds of wellness options, we have a swimming pool, we have a gym.
Dorchester House is singularly committed to meeting the changing needs of the community, whether it be creating an urgent care wing, developing and hiring case management services and patient navigators. We have a food bank.
It is really a one-stop shop for health services.
We have families here who not only are not fluent in English, but aren't really fluent in the culture as well. There's a lot that I can do as a Vietnamese American provider to help them understand their new home.
Life was difficult because I didn't speak English and my children were young.
When you walk into Dorchester House, there would not be a language barrier issue. All the signs are very clear. There's always a translator on board, which is great.
They helped me by speaking Vietnamese. Speaking the same language is easier to talk about your health issues.
We absolutely need to make sure that we take care of them in that language. It's no good to explain using hand motions and the word pain, pain, pain about some discomfort that you have.
Everybody, irrespective of their own ethnic group, is sensitized to the needs of ethnicities that are different from their own. And that's something we work on all the time.
I started in 2005, so it's been about 6 years.
I've been working at Dorchester House since November 1999.
I have been at Dorchester House for 25 years now. We take great pride that our staff has been here long enough to have interacted with several generations. What began simply as a job for them really has become a way of life.
My sister and brothers actually moved out of Randolph, and I live in Newton, but we still come to Dorchester House. The reason why is because of the personal service. There was one time I actually made some mistakes with my insurance. There's a little department here that takes care of insurance. That person actually took time to call the insurance company while I was sitting there to make sure my insurance would go through.
I think what's unique about Dorchester House is that we have a long history of being in the neighborhood, and we really understand the community well. The changing demographics, the particular health problems and social problems that have arisen in our community.
Our patients are facing tremendous socioeconomical problems, and I think we understand very well that if we don't help them solve some of those problems, we are not going to make any impact on their health. We can't tell someone they need to eat vegetables when they don't have the money to spend in their basic needs. And we can't tell people they need good sleeping habits if they're sleeping in shelters.
We have about 20,000 patients. Perhaps a third of them are Vietnamese. That population has a really high proportion of hepatitis as well as exposure to tuberculosis. We've created a center of excellence for hepatitis care. We have a gastroenterologist. We have an infectious disease trained doctor.
Our adult patients suffer from obesity, diabetes. We have diabetes group, we have exercise groups, diabetes education, we have nutrition services.
And we have case managers who have the job of helping to link patients with limited resources to other partners in the community.
We created an urgent care center with the hope that we can serve those patients who are in need of care right now.
We need to be able to provide more access to patients when it's really convenient for them. That is to say, we need to give them walk-in access. Opening up our urgent care will allow patients to do that.
The scope of services include medical problems such as respiratory illness, gastrointestinal problems, occupational health issues, chest pains. We have the capability of doing blood work. We have the access to x-rays right on the spot. So we can serve a large group of patients.
I believe that Dorchester House is not just a supporting organization within the community. I think we are a cornerstone of the community, a part of its foundation.
A place that can be accessed quickly, that waiting time is minimal, that decreases cost, that unloads our emergency rooms, that improves our communication with the primary care doctor.
My vision for Dorchester House is to create an organization that offers absolutely the highest quality service to individuals, irrespective of their income or their circumstances.
I like what I do. I think we all are working towards one goal. I like the patients I serve. I feel I make a difference in people's lives, and that is my motor and that's my drive to keep going.
Dorchester House, for this community and for our patients, is more than a health center. We've really become a medical home.